Hey everyone, it's John Pio, and this is Mamecade, episode number 10, featuring one of the earliest gore-fest video games to hit arcades. It's Exidy's Chiller. Now, games that feature blood and guts have always raised an eyebrow of the media watchdogs. Mortal Kombat had a lot of heat for its gruesome fatality moves in 1992, and Doom with its bloody gunfire hit computers in 93. 2 years later, Doom was installed on more home computers than Windows 95 was. But Chiller predates all them by years. Released in 1986, it played on the average 13-year-old's fascination with the horror and gore films that were being played in theaters like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Day of the Dead. Exidy decided to make a horror shooting game. They even went so far as to hawk Chiller as a good old-fashioned horror game to arcade vendors. Now, Exidy already had an arcade shooter hit in 1983. It was Crossbow, where you had to protect a party of adventurers. And then they followed up with Cheyenne in 1984 with a Western theme where you capturing the bad guys. But Chiller was nothing like those games. You weren't the clear-cut hero. In fact, your goal is to shoot and dismember semi-nude, hapless people in a human shooting gallery. The game was even banned in the United Kingdom. Now, is Chiller a good game? Maybe. But for its brave outlandishness in 1986, Chiller is truly a noteworthy game. Let's take a look at Chiller. Now, Chiller is one of those rare games that is best played in the arcade because it had a light gun. You can use a joystick port on MAME, but it's not as accurate. And of course, if you use your mouse, it's a little too simple. So you're not really getting the full effect of the gameplay. Now, I'm using the mouse here just for example purposes. Now, this is board 1. We have to go around shooting specific things to clear the board. And you see what's the right thing when after you hit it, you get that little yellow sunburst there. Like, for instance, right there. Now, if you didn't know, you'll be shooting all kinds of random things. I'm showing you here what needs to be shot. Now, on the bottom, there's the time that's left. You have to complete most of it in time. If you get all of them, you'll get a bonus screen. If you don't get all of them, but qualify, like I just did, you move on to the next board. If you don't qualify, the game is over. You get points for all time left over. Moving along to the second board. Takes a moment to load. Now, on this little page here, you can see some of the items that you need to get in the rack room. Gives you clues. Now, here's the rack room, and some of it truly is gory. Look at this alligator in the lava pit just eating away at this fellow here, piece by piece. And there you go. Now, this is really a pretty gory game for the year. I could just imagine little kids going into an arcades and seeing this and going, holy cow, I've got to put some quarters into this. And, of course, their moms coming in to pick them up after they've done a day of shopping and seeing them on this game, grabbing them by their ears and dragging them out, kicking and screaming of the arcade. At least that's the way I envision it. Now, we're almost done with this one. And there you go. Now, I don't think I got every single one again. If I did, I would have gotten his bonus screen where it's basically a slot machine. And you got to try to get 2 of a kind or 3 of a kind to get bonuses. Now, board 3 is the hallway. It's been called the Scooby-Doo hallway by some people on the internet, and you can see why. Very classic Scooby-Doo running through all the doors. And there even is an appearance of a Scooby-Doo looking like dog. That wasn't me who pointed that out. That was someone else on the internet. Very astute of them. And there he is. There's Scooby. Now, you can't kill Scooby. Scooby likes to have body parts. They're his version of a Scooby snack. Now, I don't think I'm going to clear this final one. And I'm going to do that on purpose because there's one final board, which is the graveyard. And I'll leave that for you to find. But I'll leave you a tidbit. The graveyard has a little bit of 1986 nudity. Like in every horror movie in '86, there was a little gratuitous booby flashing, and this game is no different. So you can try to get this, install it, try it out, and see if you can get to level 4. Alright, that's Chiller.
It's a bloody good game.